The Roman Empire may have fallen long ago, but one powerful relic of its influence remains intact and thriving: the Roman Catholic Church. Founded at the height of imperial rule, the Church has not only survived, but flourished through wars, revolutions, and the rise and fall of empires. It has transcended the structures of its time, building on Rome's own vision of authority, unity, and organization, now wrapped in spirituality and tradition. Like a phoenix from the ashes, it has grown into a worldwide institution that still commands influence across nations and cultures, stretching its authority to the very edges of the earth. The history of the Church is remarkable and also complicated. Once bound to emperors and rulers, it has wielded power in ways both inspiring and troubling. During the Crusades, it led armed expeditions in the name of faith, leaving a lasting impact on regions from the Middle East to Europe. Through the Inquisition, it pursued heresy with a heavy hand, resulting in the persecution and execution of thousands as it sought to root out dissent and maintain control over belief. Later, it became entangled with colonial powers, often supporting and justifying the conquest and conversion of entire continents, leaving a legacy of both faith and cultural upheaval. Today, the Church stands as an independent authority, bearing the weight of its past, while adapting to the demands of a changing world. It has shaped laws, crowned kings, and sent missionaries to distant lands, all while enduring internal crises, from the Reformation to modern scandals. This resilience has allowed it to survive the collapse of empires, standing as a unique institution that still bears traces of ancient Rome's spirit of power and tradition. Now, as the Church looks toward its future, it faces a critical moment. The selection of its next leader is no small matter. Who among the hopefuls will inherit this monumental legacy? Who will step into a role that not only represents a faith, but also carries forward the echoes of an empire that refuses to disappear? As the candidates for the next pope step forward, let's take a closer look at them, not merely as religious figures, but as would-be heirs to Rome's enduring shadow. Here's a poetic and perhaps controversial take on these contenders as they vie for a crown that has outlasted emperors, kings, and nations. 1. Jean-Claude Hollerich, Luxembourg's favorite archbishop in the race for the papacy. Jean-Claude Hollerich, Archbishop of Luxembourg, has emerged as a strong contender to replace Pope Francis. Known for his progressive views and diplomatic approach, Hollerich is respected not only for his leadership in Luxembourg, but also for his significant role within the European Union. As the head of the Commission of the Bishops' Conferences of the European Union, COMECE, he advocates for European unity, promoting peace and collaboration across the continent. Hollerich's candidacy stands out due to his openness to reform within the Church. He has suggested that allowing married priests could help address the clergy shortage, a proposal that has sparked debate within the Vatican. His willingness to tackle contemporary issues shows his belief that the Church must evolve to meet the needs of the modern world. Additionally, Hollerich has been a vocal advocate for social justice, LGBTQ+ rights, and greater inclusivity, calling for a church that welcomes all people. His views contrast with the conservative factions of the Vatican, making him a polarizing figure, but also a hopeful leader for those seeking change. As the race for the papacy heats up, Jean-Claude Hollerich's progressive vision, diplomatic experience, and commitment to unity position him as a key candidate to shape the future of the Catholic Church. Odilo Scherer, a Brazilian cardinal in the race for the papacy. Cardinal Odilo Scherer, Archbishop of São Paulo, is a key contender to replace Pope Francis. As one of the most influential figures in Latin American Catholicism, Scherer is known for his strong leadership and unwavering commitment to church doctrine. His conservative approach to issues like family values and marriage has made him a favorite among traditionalists within the Vatican. Scherer's experience leading the Archdiocese of São Paulo, the world's largest Catholic diocese, has shaped his pastoral care and social justice focus. While he upholds traditional teachings, he's also engaged in interfaith dialogue, navigating Brazil's diverse religious landscape with diplomacy. His papacy would likely emphasize stability and unity, particularly within the more conservative factions of the Church. Scherer's blend of traditional values and experience makes him a strong contender, especially for those seeking a return to more orthodox leadership in the Vatican. Mario Grech, Malta's powerhouse bishop, in the race for the papacy, Cardinal Mario Grech, the Archbishop of Malta, has emerged as a prominent contender to succeed Pope Francis. Known for his strong leadership and commitment to both tradition and reform, Grech's candidacy offers a fresh perspective on the future of the Catholic Church. With a deep understanding of the Church's inner workings and a progressive approach to many contemporary issues, Grech stands out in the race to lead the Vatican. Grech has made a name for himself as a vocal advocate for unity within the Church. As a key figure in the Synod on Synodality, which focuses on making the Church more inclusive and participatory, he has championed reforms that encourage greater involvement of the laity and greater transparency in church governance. His efforts to address pastoral concerns, especially regarding family issues, have earned him respect for his willingness to tackle difficult subjects in a pastoral way. At the same time, Grech's leadership in Malta, a country with a long Catholic tradition, has been marked by his commitment to social justice and family values. He's also worked to strengthen the Church's presence in a rapidly changing world, engaging with issues such as divorce, remarriage, and the role of women in the Church. In the race to replace Pope Francis, Mario Grech's blend of tradition, reform, and pastoral care makes him a compelling candidate to guide the Catholic Church into the future. Matteo Zuppi, the Italian cardinal in the race to succeed Pope Francis. Cardinal Matteo Zuppi, Archbishop of Bologna, is a prominent figure in the race to succeed Pope Francis. Known for his compassionate leadership, commitment to social justice, and background in peace building, Zuppi embodies a vision of the Church that blends pastoral care with diplomatic skill. His approach aligns with Pope Francis's reform-minded, inclusive vision, making him a favored candidate among progressives within the Church. Zuppi's career is marked by a dedication to humanitarian outreach, including his work with the marginalized, such as refugees and those affected by poverty and addiction. A key figure in the Sant'Egidio community, a Catholic organization known for interfaith dialogue and peace building, Zuppi has also been involved in international peace efforts, notably mediating the Mozambican civil war. His peace-building expertise, a rare quality among papal candidates, enhances his appeal for a church focused on global issues and reconciliation. In Bologna, Zuppi has embraced a close-to-the-people approach, addressing real-life challenges and engaging with contemporary moral and social issues like LGBTQ+ inclusivity and climate change. This focus on unity and inclusiveness has resonated with those seeking a church for all, reflecting Pope Francis's vision. However, Zuppi's progressive stance may be polarizing among conservative factions, favoring a return to traditional doctrines. Despite this, his balanced respect for tradition, combined with a modern pastoral outlook, offers a compelling vision for a global church navigating complex modern realities. In the race for the papacy, Cardinal Matteo Zuppi's mix of pastoral care, peace-building experience, and social justice commitment presents a unique profile. He stands as a candidate not only to continue Pope Francis's legacy, but to guide the Church in addressing the pressing social and moral issues of our time. Francis Arinze, Nigeria's papal hopeful in the race to succeed. Pope Francis Cardinal. Francis Arinze, one of the most experienced figures in the College of Cardinals, stands as a unique candidate in the race to succeed Pope Francis. Born in Nigeria, Arinze brings decades of experience in church leadership, particularly in interfaith dialogue and international diplomacy. As one of the first African cardinals considered for the papacy, Arinze represents both the growing global reach of Catholicism and a voice for Africa, a region where the Church has been growing rapidly in recent years. Arinze has a remarkable history of fostering dialogue between Christians and Muslims. Coming from Nigeria, a country with a significant Muslim population and a history of religious tensions, he has been a steady advocate for peace and mutual understanding between faiths. His efforts in Muslim-Christian dialogue began long before such outreach was common within the Church, which has given him a reputation as a forward-thinking diplomat. His interfaith work has been crucial in promoting peace in volatile regions, making him a figure who can bridge religious divides in an increasingly globalized world. His career began with significant challenges as he navigated his early priesthood during the Nigeria-Biafra War, a brutal conflict that divided his homeland. Arinze's response to the crisis was marked by his commitment to unity and reconciliation, qualities that continue to define his vision for the Church. His experiences in Nigeria during the war helped shape his perspective on the role of the Church as a unifying force, even amid intense division. A perspective that has served him well in various leadership positions within the Vatican. Arinze's stance on doctrine is firmly traditional, which appeals to conservatives within the Church. He upholds the teachings on family, morality, and social ethics without wavering, which would resonate with those who seek a return to more doctrinal consistency. Yet his traditional values are balanced by his open-minded approach to interfaith dialogue, which could help the Church address its relationship with other religions in a rapidly diversifying world. Should he be elected Pope, Arinze would bring a blend of tradition and diplomacy that might surprise those who expect a purely conservative direction. His focus on peace and unity, combined with his African roots, offers a fresh perspective on the papacy that could further extend the Church's influence and relevance globally. In a time of internal crises and changing demographics, Arinze's background in interfaith relations and cultural diplomacy could enable him to lead the Church with a uniquely global and unifying vision.